So a little bit of an explanation on the wrestling game series that I did a bit ago. That was only supposed to be a 5-episode mini-series on Game Boy wrestling games. I never intended to actually bring the WWF games from the Super Nintendo or anything in because we've already done that. I just wanted to show you all the ones that the Game Boy had to offer. Anyway, with that explanation out of the way, enjoy this Real Talk episode. Bye-bye. And what is going on, guys? This is Square Up for Wolfpack Productions, where you can be sure big thing poppin'. Little things. Stop it. And for this episode of Real Talk, I've decided to go with Robocop on the NES. Let's check it out. Okay, so B and A start out as both punch buttons. Robocop cannot kick. Graphically, the game's fine for an NES game, just, your everyday middle-of-the-road NES graphics. Except Robocop looks really good. The music does not fit this game at all. I've seen Robocop before on TV much later. I saw Robocop on TV much after it came out, like maybe about 10 or 20 years after it came out. And I'll tell you, this music doesn't fit. Data East could have done better. The music is almost reminiscent of something that LJN used, maybe like something that they used when they made Beetlejuice, which we'll get to later. Not in this episode, don't expect that. And there you get the gun, you get it randomly each level, although I kind of feel like it should have started out, you should have started out with it, because Robocop starts out with it, if I recall the movie correctly. Again, I haven't seen it in about 20 or 30 years, so maybe closer to 20, actually. I hate all these things coming at you, flying at you. So the lightning gives you more time, the P obviously will give you more power, which is health. And for this helicopter scene, you just want to keep shooting until it blows up. I think this is one of those games where you might need an NES Max controller. Because those are all, turbo enhanced or whatever. They all have turbo. Now, you can't go in that building there. I don't know why that door is there. But you can, however, go in this one as soon as we get rid of these dogs that have the... What you find in here is you find this first sub-boss, but you just want to keep punching him to make sure he cannot attack you. The gun won't do much difference here. Trust me, I've died here several times in practice. I'll just keep running into it and then just go down. However, we take the Silver Surfer pose, but we get one life, but I believe it's Infinite Continues. But it starts you back at the beginning of the level, I believe. It's the only thing wrong with that. I can tell it does because I don't have the gun yet. I don't really need the power up right now, but I'll grab it anyway. Now going up the stairs is difficult. You gotta be right there and you're holding up to go up. And then you have to hold down to go back down. Okay, that's simpler than what I thought it was, because I was having trouble with this when I was practicing the game, but holding down, you have to, let me show you, I think you have to be right at the edge for it to catch it, right there, and then it'll go right back down. That's kind of counterintuitive. If you're gonna do it like they do it in Castlevania 2, where the minute you hit down, you're walking down the steps, no delays. Because it feels like a delay. And you should, like I said, Robocop had the gun from the second he became Robocop. In the movie, if I remember it right, but... This game kind of messed that up, would not give you the gun from the start, but... Movie-based games from this era usually aren't that great, so... On this series, I do hope to show some underrated gems that we'll get to later. And some bad ones. I'm not gonna say this one is bad, though. Not yet, anyway. We haven't played through enough of it. just go in and don't spend your time even trying to hit those dogs, because they'll just keep come flying at you. That's their only function, really, but... And he takes that Silver Surfer pose and dies. What I mean is, in Silver Surfer, when you die, there's a death screen that shows him kind of weepy. And on one knee. That's what I'm going to call this death pose in this game. Oh, trust me, we'll play Silver Surfer later. And we'll also probably play Ghostbusters later on, too. Well, the NES Ghostbusters. Not before I get my ass in NES Max. I know that sounds like a candy bar to newer viewers, but it's actually a turbo controller for the NES. My only worry is, does it work on the Retron family of systems? If you have a Retron 3 and an NES Max, let me know in the comments below if it actually works before I buy the controller. I have an NES, but I'd rather not hook it up. That was a little bit too easy. Like I said, your gun is gonna your gun will hit him. You're just better off using your fist. Okay, so the question is, should you buy this? Not really. I mean, it's an okay game, but it's just not worth buying even though it's cheap. Anyway, guys, this has been Square Up for Wolfpack Productions, and this has also been another episode of... Help me out here, what's the name of it? This has also been another episode of Real Talk, there we go. And until next time, guys, we'll see you later. Bye-bye.